Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a request for people who have been asking me to do a reading for the group RIIZE for the channel. Actually I was a bit hesitant because I did pull cards for them before when the other members were announced. I had been pulling cards for them during my live streams, so if you want to check those out, those are available on the live streams section. And also because back then, a few weeks ago, I got very good vibes. I got a bit of like the energy of the guys that is very sweet. And I don't know, pulling cards again sounded like I would be again, like, you know, because every time I pull cards again, somehow I'm canceling the prior one. So I was a bit skeptic about this. You know, I preferred to sort of stay with the initial spread that I did, that it was very positive. I know there had been some rumors. I know there had been some you know, some things online, some accusations. So, you know, I'm not going to focus on that. I don't focus on scandals, on rumors, because I believe we should just stick to the music. And if you want to support the guys, support them. And if you feel uncomfortable and if this is something that you don't like, okay, you can exit then. Because me personally, I love Sungtaro, I love Sunchan and Shotaro, and I think that they're doing great. The other guys are amazing as well, so, you know, I will stay with that feeling, and I would advise you to do the same. And if you cannot do that, then you should, you know, go inwards and check what is going on with you, that this you know, that these accusations, these rumors, these things sort of takes away and spoils the fun and the experience for you, because actually this is their job, this is what they do, to somehow like to entertain you, you know, to bring good music, to bring good performances, good performers. I'm sorry. And I believe that we should stay with that. That's what's available for us. That's what they bring. That's what K-pop in general brings. So if you want to dig deeper into that, into the whole someone said and anonymous said, there were old pictures, old stories, like, you know, we all have a past. So please, like, be reasonable, you know, be realistic. Let's begin with the cards that they got. We start with the Hierophant, Four of Cups, the High Priestess, Knight of Wands, and Seven of Swords. And then from the Oracle, they got the card of Mars in Taurus defense. So, yeah, I think definitely starting with the with the Hierophant, I call it the company card. I can definitely see SM here. SM, it's like in first road, you know. There's something, you know, about, I wouldn't say about the situation or about, you know, the state that they're in. But with SM here as the first card, I have this feeling that this was pushed by the company, you know, that actually, you know, this group was sort of made because the company wanted to release it. Like somehow they pushed it. Here with the Four of Cups, I also see, when I was watching this spread, I was analyzing it. I was like, this is Suntaro. This is Sunchan and Shotaro. Like them being sort of like presented this opportunity, you know, then being like, okay, coming from the company, being like, okay, this is for you guys. This is going to be available for you. Look how this beautiful cup, these beautiful opportunities are in here. And I see them a bit resistant to it, you know, like actually I notice when I pull cards for them, the guys are very emotional. They are very full of feelings, sentiments, you know, they are still very young, you know. I think that definitely they have a great love and appreciation for the craft in general, not just for being famous. I definitely think that they are very devoted as artists. And there's something about them probably like here with the Four of Cups, them being like, somehow, you know, being take like being pushed away from NCT and then put in here. I still like sort of agreeing, but I think that it's more about the company need to do this. Like sort of like, okay, let's assemble this project. And this is going to be great. And actually seeing that the guys were still a bit heartbroken. The guys were still a bit numb emotionally, a bit like, and I don't know if maybe this also has to do with the other members. Like somehow, when you cannot connect with joy or with happiness, you're supposed to feel happy because the opportunity is here, and somehow you cannot feel anything. There was something here. I don't know, but definitely I think that this whole um, like there's something about SM being here and being very messy and being a bit like not caring for the members' feelings, or maybe I don't know if the members had stated something or they had said something about how they feel about this project, and somehow they weren't listened to, and I think that this is also very like, it's very normal for companies to not listen to the idols, especially the rookies. But there's something about them feeling like, okay, they were offered this, they are working on this, but there were some parts of them that were totally excluded. There were like some things that maybe needed a bit more of preparation and a bit more of like sort of a study and care, and they just didn't see it. They just wanted to launch it. There's here the Hierophant as the first card is like, okay, like them asserting their dominance over what the guys want. Somehow like, okay, we are making this group, you are part of it, so be happy for it and get back to work. Something like that. Like a lot of like not flexibility. And I see the guys a bit like, like, oh, okay, I will do it, but inside having their doubts, or maybe, this not being exactly how they would want to debut. There is something here, and also with the High Priestess in the middle. The High Priestess in the middle of the reading definitely lets me know that there's a lot of secrets in here in this group. There's a lot of mystery. And also the High Priestess, I believe it's a very, it's not something that, oh, there's secrets and you should be digging for those secrets, or you should be looking for, okay, what's hidden in here. Oh, I bet they have like crazy stories, like, they're hiding something. No. Actually, the High Priestess is an energy that lets you know that that the guys will remain a mystery. Like, they probably were just like, they were prepared in a rush. They were like there's something here that I feel like the company messed up a bit. They sort of like skipped a few details. I don't think it's about like preparation or rehearsal. I think that it's about preparing the guys mentally and emotionally for this, because definitely they are very, like I said in my other readings, they are going to get a lot of love. If you're worried about them, don't be, because they are going to be defended, because they have the High Priestess in here. And the High Priestess is a very feminine energy. And I believe I said this about the guys, about feeling like their energies are very emotional. They definitely like feel a lot, and I think that they all have this in common, and they rely a lot on each other. They're very sensitive, so there's something about that. Their nature is very feminine. Their nature is very soft, even though maybe the concept is not soft. But there's something about them looking like good guys. Like what they say and what they do. They are really genuinely like emotionally invested in this, and that also makes them very vulnerable. So, like you could actually see them crying on camera or something like that, or feeling overwhelmed, or getting sick because they have an issue and and it messes up with their minds and with their hearts. You know, they are very sentimental. They are guys that, yeah, they look very like energetic and motivated, and they definitely have a strength and passion and a lot of charisma. But behind all of this, there's a lot of sensitivity, and there's a lot of like, they are impressionable. You know, I think that they are not yet ready to all the people wanting more from them, you know, and people just obsessing over them, and people just wanting to know more about them, because there's something about them, just maybe their style and the, you know, I talk about it as an energetic point of view, because I'm reading cards here. You know, I'm not an expert on music and concepts nor anything, but from an energetic point of view here with the High Priestess, I believe that this group will remain being a mystery for a lot of people, and I think that if that's the reason why they will not address things directly, they will sort of like evade a few things. Um, there will be a lot of silence. There will be like a lot of like, you know, like continuing as if nothing happened, you know. So I think that if this is about the rumors, definitely here there's no confirmation, there's no denial. But also here with the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Swords, definitely there's a member in here. I can see the member in here, this Knight of Wands. And this sort of Knight of Wands probably being like the most mysterious, because it's going to be like the elephant in the room. You know, even if time passes, people are still going to talk about it and are still going to look at him in associating him with rumors, you know, because but definitely I see him that he will take his time to sort of fight people. You know, I wouldn't say like fight people like and physically, but there's something about him also like being very, feeling like he was treated unfairly. You know, probably feeling very, yeah, very upset. You know, I see him that he's probably, out of all the members, he's the one that is very much like reactionary, and this is sort of making him feel very bad, because he cannot believe, you know, he cannot believe that this is happening right now, you know. But then, you know, here with the High Priestess in the middle, there's a lot of, there's a lot of hidden wisdom and knowledge in here. The High Priestess is a very magical card. It's a very, it talks about silence. It talks about that there's no need to respond. There's no need for you to actively go and fight people or go and react towards the situation. You can just stay still, work on yourself. If you feel like there's something that is not okay about you, or that you wish you were better, like, okay, take a time, take a deep breath, go inwards yourself, concentrate, and work on yourself. But don't go around like you know, arguing with people, or just like, you know, just being aggressive, you know, or resisting that. Probably, you know, this is a marketing strategy, and this is something that there's, this is like a campaign against this guy. Maybe it's people that are jealous, maybe there's people from other fandoms, maybe even this guy knows where he comes from, and this is why he feels so wronged, you know, so angry, so upset. But the key here is the High Priestess. The key here is about, like, you know, go back to your senses. Don't lose control. Don't give them the power. Yes, you are of course a public figure, so you have to show yourself, but there's something about like, you don't have to show everything about yourself. You guys can still be a mystery. You can be great artists, but maybe you can use the energy of the High Priestess as, just moving on and not giving much hints or answers, just keeping it to yourself. Like only you guys know what is going on with you. And having faith that things will work out at the end. So it's a beautiful reading, but I definitely can see this member feeling very upset, um, feeling very angry, and I don't know if maybe there's fans that already want him out, something like this. But I think that it's personal. Definitely, there's something about this guy. I don't know what he did, but there's something about him, like you know, sort of like feeling, um, like sort of he wants to run away. Like somehow he wants to either confront these people or run away, but he doesn't feel very comfortable. He sort of has a bit of anxiety also. Um, but yeah, I don't think this is going to stop right away. Maybe the accusations. I think that people will continue, especially online. They will continue to bring this subject. They will continue to do it. But I think I see them like the key here is to be silent. Just move on. You're just starting. Connect with your job, connect with your passions, connect with your talents, and that's it. As simple as that. Like be wiser than those people, be wiser than those haters, be wiser than those people, be a better person. Because definitely they are very sensitive. I think that it's going to take a while for them. I don't think that they will, but it's going to take a while for them to feel strong enough, in front of a camera. I think that there's something about them being very, I wouldn't say naive, but they have a sort of innocence. Like they are. This is why I'm so like when I see the card of a semi here, I'm like, you guys didn't prepare these guys mentally and emotionally for what's to come, for what fame does, or for what stalkers do, or for what angry fans do. Like the usual sasangs that they have around, or the diggers of old past history, the ones with the high morality standards. They definitely didn't prepare these guys, and I think that this is a huge flaw for SM, and I think that this is the reason why sometimes their idols, like, they definitely struggle mentally, because there's no preparation. There's just some coaching or some teaching about, like, okay, how you can talk, like how you can communicate yourself or communicate better in front of a camera, how you can have a better speech, or how you can be fluent when you speak in front of a camera, but never about how to face these criticisms, these people just being obsessed over you, these people wanting to get closer and closer and closer to you. They are not prepared mentally. They are not, and it's a shame that these companies are still doing the same. Like they haven't changed they haven't learned, from the past. Not at all. They think that they are advancing, but no. They're just launching groups because, in activities, because they just want the money, and that's it. Then from the Oracle, they got the card of Mars in Taurus, defense. Yes, definitely. I see them like defending themselves, definitely but not defending themselves actively. Like I said, not arguing with people or just. I see them more like being stubborn and being very, you know, just keep working, just keep moving, just keep advancing, and just keep being there and doing what they have to do, you know, and just that, nothing more, nothing less. Them defending themselves that way, like sort of being in this defensive attitude of like, okay, I have to get the job done because I was hired because of this, but it's sort of like, yeah, they're probably learning that this is not fun and games anymore. This is not, even though they really want to, like, you know, get to the hearts of the fans. They really want to connect with the fans. They cannot wait to have their own stable fandom. They are very excited. But with fandoms, you also have the haters. So I think that they are a bit disappointed at the moment. A bit blue, a bit like a bit sad because it's like, oh my, we just started and this is happening, but I definitely wouldn't blame them. I would blame the company, definitely. um, but yeah, they will defend themselves. They will show a very a stubborn energy of just keep working, just be silent and keep working, and that's it. Okay, guys, this is all I have for RIIZE. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.